All right, so this is the warm-up activity, and we were gonna do this one. Anybody? F of 3 is what? F of 3 is 2. Everybody okay? G of 3 is 1, so we just can add those together. F plus G of 3 is 4. Everybody good? That's all that means to do? Oh, that was 2? Thank you. Can I be a little more confusing? This was 2, F of 3 was 2, G of 3 was 1, and 2 plus 1 on a good day is 3. Okay, better? Are we good? This is the F function, this is the G function. Okay, let's try another one. What are we supposed to do on this one? Find F of 1 times G of 1. Anybody? F of 1? 2? G of 1? 3? So we get 6. All right, one more together. F divided by G of 0. So F of 0 over G of 0. What's F of 0? 4. Guys, G of 0 is also 4, so we get 1. Okay, you have 60. Uh-oh, do you know how to do these? Yeah, let's do E. Put 4 into G first, so G of 4 is 0. And then we want F of 0, which is 4. All right, so work on that side. So what did I leave you? Like a grand total of 2 or 3 to do? 30 seconds should be enough? Yeah, D and F were the 2 that I didn't do with you, but didn't we go back over this one? That fog thing means do G of 4 and then put that answer into F. So G of 4 is 0. And then F of 0. F of 0 is when x equals 0, so it's here. It's 4. Better? All right, can I move to the right-hand side? Or are you still confused? 6F, put 2 into F. What'd you get out, guys? 0. And then 0 into G gives you 4. I got 4 on both those. Did some of the rest of you get 4 on both those? Okay. Sam, are you okay? Just total glazed look there. All right, guys. This says find F minus G of X. So all we have to do is what? 7x minus 5 minus 3 minus 2x squared. What's somebody going to do? Forget to distribute the negative. If I collect that into nice standard polynomial form, what would that say? Very nicely done, you. Everybody good? I don't care what order it's in. All right, then this says f of g minus 4. We have 2 options. What are they? You can find f of 4 and g of 4 and subtract them, right? Or you could plug 4 into f minus g, which we already found. So take your choice and see what you get. Oh, I got 6. Did anybody put it in here? Oh, that's a neg. Thank you. Yeah, I got 52. Whoa. Can I go home yet? Oh, just stop. Don't rub it in that I got to be here the next 2 days. Did that come out 52? Did somebody try it both ways? It works. Okay. Moving on. Example 2. We are supposed to do, just write the equation for f plus g and give the domain of each. F plus g, who's got that one? X cubed plus square root of x plus 1. Okay. Domain. What's under the radical has to be greater than or equal to 0. So we get x is greater than or equal to -1, which you can leave like this or this. I don't care. All right, f minus g. This should take about 3 seconds. Anybody? Domain? Same. That was longer than 3 seconds, but we'll work with it, okay? F times G. It's just this times this, and I don't think we need to do anything with that. Domain? Still the same. And F divided by G? Okay. Well, yeah, we gotta decide if I'm gonna let you leave it like that. If I didn't, you would just multiply the top and bottom by that, and you'd end up with this. It's really, can I cancel something now? Yes. I honestly don't care on that one. And either way, it started out like this, guys. So what about our domain? It has to be greater than 0, not equal to, right? Because it was in the domain here. So it would be -1 to infinity with a soft parenthesis, or x is greater than -1. Is that the whole thing? Okay, that was just a quick warm-up. This is 1.6. If you haven't finished this assignment, make sure you do. 1.7 was inverses. Ian, question? Okay. I do have 2 warm-up questions before we take the retake. Do we need to graph this? Okay. This is a line for values less than 2. I haven't done this one, so I don't know if it's disgusting. Values less than 2 would be like 0, 1, and 2. Does that seem good enough? I don't know why I wrote it that way. Can we put in 0, 1, and 2 just to see where it's going? If we put in 0, 1, and 2, we put in a 0, we get -5. We put in a 1, we get -1. We put in a 2, we get 3. Right? 8 minus 5 is 3. Okay. So 0, -5 is a dot. It's open circle where? At 2, 3 here. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I have no idea how big this graph is going to get. And there was a dot at 1, -1. Okay, so there's less than 2. Now what? A horizontal line down at -3. Solid dot at 2. Over to 4. 3, 4. Yeah, and mine went a little far anyway. Open dot at 4. Yes, good call. All right. Then what's this shape? Parabola. Starting at 4. Lovely. 4, 5, 6 maybe. Okay. 4 squared. Half that. -11. Okay. 5 squared. Half that. 12.5 minus 11 would be 6 squared. 36, half of that. 18 minus 11. Okay. So 4, -3. Does 4, -3 sound familiar at all? It's this one, right? It is continuous at that spot. 5, 1.5 would be up here somewhere. 6, 7. Okay. Why shouldn't it be? Oh, yeah, thanks. It went over a little bit more, but it went up a whole bunch. Gotcha. It should be a piece of a parabola curving. Yeah, it's clearly not hitting the dots at all. Okay. You guys get graph paper. Continuous at 4, but discontinuous at 2. Everybody's good? Okay. So the thing to do, one more time, guys, the thing to do, test these points, okay? And see, test a 2 in this rule and a 2 in this rule. Is it the same or different? If it's different, then it's discontinuous there. Test a 4 in this rule and a 4 in this rule. Same, continuous, different, discontinuous. All right. One quick one of these. How are we going to solve this? 8p squared plus 7 minus 2p equals 0? A, B, and C? That's what somebody did on the last quiz. What's wrong here? Yeah, it's got to be 8p squared minus 2p plus 7. Then A is 8, B is negative 2, and C is 7. Quadratic formula? Okay, before we do that, let's predict what kind of zeros it's going to have. How do we do that? We do b squared minus 4ac, which would be b squared, 4, minus 4 times 8 times 7. That seems like it's going to be negative. Okay. Two. Negative 220. So we'd write 2 complex solutions. Okay. Any questions about discriminant before we practice quadratic? Okay. So if we do negative b, it would be positive 2 plus or minus square root of, and we just figured this out was negative 220. Does anybody need me to do it again? So we have 2 plus or minus the square root of negative 220 over 16. Then what? 2 plus or minus, there's an I. What else goes into 220? 4 at least? What is 4? 4 times 55, that seems okay. Okay, so now I have 2 plus or minus I. Square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 55 over 16. I know I wrote it I times 2. What do we need to do? Is that the answer? Okay, I can just do this and get an 8, right? So then I have plus or minus 2i square roots of 55 over 8. Thank you. Guys, no. No. I did because I was reducing this to a 2. But can I now do this? So I just get plus or minus I squared of 55 over 4? Back off. We got all the way back here. It was wrong. What can we do here? We can reduce all the coefficients by 2, but we can't cancel anything. This 2, and this 16, we could make 1 plus or minus I squared of 55 over 8. Or like I usually teach it, which apparently Miss Abruzzo doesn't teach it this way, separate it. And then 1/8 plus or minus 1/8 I squared 55. I don't care, but it should be reduced at some point and reduced correctly. Questions? Yes. Yes. Can anybody help him? Or no real? Are we okay? Stop recording.